What's going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mordzs, and look, I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Today I'm going to do a match day preview for Manchester United versus Southampton this Saturday. It's a 12:30 kickoff. Look, I'm not a fan of 12:30 kickoffs. In fact, I hate 12:30 kickoffs. I'm like Klopp. Me and Klopp, that's one thing that we agree on. The only thing that we agree on is 12:30 kickoffs are dead, because I forget they're even on half the time. Like, I'll be chilling. It's Saturday, so naturally, you know, I play football Saturday morning, so I might have finished my game on the way home. It's 1 o'clock or something like that. I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what, United are playing? What, 12:30? Like, it's one of them games that you just forget about them. But yeah, United are playing at home, Old Trafford, against Southampton, and I'm gonna go through everything about the game. You know, the team, Southampton's team, their way of pressing, difficulties United could come up against, and how I think United could win, and yeah, just different things about that Southampton game. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like and also subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That's the goal. Make sure you comment all of your predictions about the Southampton game, your team, your lineup. If you're a Southampton fan, let me know what you think about United. Let me know if you're scared of United or if you think you could get a good result. You never know. But let me know everything in the comments. Follow me at my socials, at Mordzs, and make sure you enjoy this video. So United are currently sitting at 14th in the Premier League with 2 losses and 1 win. Terrible. Literally 3 points out of 9. Before the season started, if you asked me what do I think United after 3 games were going to be like, because I'm an optimistic United fan, I probably would have said 9 out of 9. 9 points out of 9. But I would have said at least 6 or 7 points out of 9. Start the season, get them results in. But yeah, we've been terrible. United have been terrible so far this season. But Southampton ain't that far off. They're 19th. They've lost every game, but they're not that far away from United. Now, look, the good thing is United haven't lost to Southampton in the last 15 games, but the last 4 meetings United have failed to score more than 1 goal, which is terrible. Not scored more than 1 goal in a game against Southampton. They're probably going to be in a relegation battle this season. We have to score more than 1 goal. And also on top of that as well, they've drawn 3 out of 4 games against them. So even though this should be a routine win for Man United, you never know. You can't take these kind of games for granted. You can't just think you're going to walk through these kind of teams. And look, I'm going to go through the exact reason why I don't think United should just walk into this game thinking they're going to win. So Southampton are managed by Russell Martin. He took over in 2023. And this is his 2nd season. And to be fair, look, it's unfair right now to kind of judge his tenure at Southampton by his first 3 games in the Premier League. Because to be fair, last season, he had a decent season with Southampton. Obviously, he led them being back in the Premier League with a playoff win against Leeds. He also led them to a 25-game unbeaten streak in the Championship. But they were actually pretty decent last year. I know it is a Championship, but in terms of tactics and the way they played, Southampton were a good team. They led the league in goals. Yeah, last season no one scored more goals or created as many chances as Southampton in the Championship. Now that's pretty crazy to think, because they've literally only scored 1 goal this season. So that kind of shows the levels. Championship, Premier League, you could be absolutely smashing it in the Championship, come to the Premier League and everything's different. But the reason why I say all of that is, by the first 3 games that we've seen from Southampton, it's not exactly a good picture of what Southampton are actually like. So last season, Southampton set up in a 4-3-3 or 4-3-2-1 formation. Towards the end of the season and this season in the Premier League, they've set up more in a 3 at the back, 3-5-2 kind of formation. Pretty much just having that back 5, the wing backs, to kind of shore up the defence, be a bit more comfortable, have a bit more coverage, and just to be stronger defensively. Now, by playing that kind of football, obviously holding back your attack a little bit, because actually for most of the game, if you don't have possession as much, which they're not likely to have against the bigger teams like United and whatnot, mostly going to be defending, which means you're going to be playing off the counter-attack. For a team like Southampton, that isn't usually how they play. They're more of a possession-based team. In fact, this season, I think they're 2nd in completed passes. I think City are number 1. But Southampton are not too far away, and last season, I'm pretty sure they were number 1 in the Championship with, you know, possession kept. Also, when it comes to their defensive pressing, they usually like to press very, very high up the pitch with a high press and a mid press, which means they like to force errors with, against the opposition. Similar to how Liverpool played against United, where they pressed with like that 4-man, man-to-man press against United, and that's how they kind of, stole the ball from the midfield, and that pretty much led to all of their goals against United. That is kind of how Southampton are probably going to want to set up and compete against us. Now, the three key players for Southampton, I think one is got to be Aaron Ramsdale. He was pretty much their main signing last season, and for a goalkeeper to be a main signing, that says a lot. He was 80 million from Arsenal. Arsenal obviously kind of replaced him last season with Raya, but I still think Ramsdale is a good goalkeeper. And I think, to be fair, even though he conceded 5 goals this season, I wouldn't say they're all his fault, and we're going to get into that a little bit more later, but I think he is still one of their top players. He obviously played at the highest level, which is Arsenal, and he's a bit more sure. He's got a little bit more experience in him because he played for Arsenal, and I think, yeah, he's still a good player in my opinion. The other two key players that Southampton has are two youngsters. They're not regular players. In fact, if they both start for Southampton against United, it will be both of their debuts. I think the first player is called Matheus Fernandes. He's 20 years old. He's a midfielder, Portuguese, plays for the under-20s Portuguese team. And, his best attributes are the fact that he likes to get in behind. He's very, very direct. And that's similar to the second player that I want to speak about. His name is Tyler Dibbling, another midfielder who, like I said, as he came on at Brentford, super direct, got out of defence. Now, they didn't obviously make a huge difference because they were both substitutes, and the game was pretty much done and dusted, I'll be honest, by the time they came on the pitch. But it's that fearlessness that they had, getting in behind like I said, getting in behind the defence, causing problems for Brentford, which caused Brentford to actually have to sit back and kind of maintain that pressure. That's something that they could implement into the United game. However, looking at United, the amount of experience that we have in that back four, I'd expect players like Martinez and De Ligt, in fact, the whole back four, to be able to handle it, just because of the sure fact that they've got that experience. They should be able to read the game a little bit better. So United are going to set up most likely in a 4-3-3 formation. Now, most people know exactly how United already set up, but I'm going to go through the team, talk about a few little changes that I think United should make, or they could make anyway, as a difference to the Liverpool game. So obviously in net we have Onana. Back four, we've got Mazraoui, Martinez, De Ligt and Diogo Dalot. Now, I think that for United is the strongest part of the team, which is wild to say because last season the defence was probably the weakest part based on, the sheer injuries that we had, a little bit of deadwood in the team as well. The fact that now that the back four, in my opinion, is we've got two very good fullbacks, both of them versatile. I think De Ligt and Martinez have a very good partnership. We've also, we've got Lindelof coming back as well. Well, not coming back, but available, and Maguire also available. So I think that's a very strong back four in my opinion. Now we're going to the midfield. United will most likely line up with Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo, and I think the main difference now is going to be Manuel Ugarte, who should start and make his Manchester United debut at Old Trafford. So the reason why I say this is because at first Ten Hag obviously made the comments about his fitness not being up to scratch, etc. But he did just play 2 near enough full games for Uruguay. Now Uruguay didn't win the games. They drew both of them 0-0, probably because flipping Suarez is starting up front. I don't know why. How can Uruguay not have a better striker than Luis Suarez? But he did just play 2 full games, so his fitness should be pretty good if you're playing 90 minutes twice. So Ugarte should be playing for United, which will be a debut, like I said, and I think that will be a big difference to the way United play, especially when it comes to playing up in the back. Now, we saw in the Liverpool game, the reason why United lost or conceded so many goals was, one, Casemiro, losing the ball. He's just a bit temperamental in that midfield, whether it's his passing, whether it's his decision-making, you're bringing the ball up from the back. He's just a risk. I think Ugarte, his main attributes are defensively, but I think technically on the ball, he can keep the ball a lot better than Casemiro. He can find the pass. And he's a lot less press-resistant than Casemiro. Even though if he does receive the ball in a tight area, to be able to find that pass, to be able to navigate his way around the pitch into spaces where he has a bit more time, whereas Casemiro might have the IQ to understand where to be on the pitch, but it's about getting there and then getting out of those spaces quickly. You don't have that much time on the ball. And with the front three, we're going to go with Zirkzee up top, Rashford on the left, and Amad Diallo on the right. Now, the way United are going to win this game, I spoke about it already. One, we need to hold off Southampton press, because that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and emulate exactly what happened in the Liverpool game. They're going to try and press us high, over high press or mid press, and they're going to try and win the ball back and hit us on counter-attacks. United need to find a way to avoid that press. In fact, we're not going to be able to avoid the press, but work through the press. Because the good thing about playing a team that likes to press very high is there's gonna be gaps in the rest of the pitch. There's gonna be places where if you find the right pass, you don't take too long on the ball, you control the ball very well, you're gonna find space. And when you find that space, you're gonna have a lot of options going forward. It's gonna lead to a lot of chances. So United need to be able to avoid Southampton's press. But not only that, but the final third, United need to have way better decision making. And that's why I think Amad Diallo has to start. If he doesn't start, I don't think United are gonna score many goals. And the reason why is United don't seem like they're gonna score goals if Amad isn't starting. starting. It isn't playing, in fact. When Ahmed isn't playing and it's just Garnacho and Rashford, it just seems like the only way we're going to score goals is if one of them does something insane. It doesn't seem like we're going to have very well organised, well structured goals, because I think Ahmed is the best player out of all three of them, including Xerxes, at just keeping the ball. His technical ability, I think, is very good. Like, he passes it with both feet, he makes the right runs, he's not afraid to actually just bring the ball back and work it around and get involved in that build-up play, whereas the other two seem like they're just super direct when it comes to playing in front of goal. Now, Southampton have conceded 4 out of 5 goals this season from mistakes. Now, that is very poor. That is very, very poor. But it is one way, or one of the main ways anyway, how United can get some goals this Saturday. Look, I know Rashford and Garnacho, sometimes people say they don't like to press, they don't like to track back. But if that front three, or in fact, front 4, front 5 press, including Bruno, including Mainu, maybe even Ugarte, if they can all press together in a very systematic way, whether it's through triggers or high press or mid press, whatever you want to call it, that could be a very strong way of them being able to get easy goals out of Southampton. Now, look, we all remember that famous 9-0 that United had against Southampton back in 2021 with Ollie, and look, I hope we can replicate that again this game. But I mean, that is hopeful. Probably won't happen. Yeah, let's be realistic, it probably won't happen. That's one of them crazy results that just once in a lifetime. But I think United can definitely get a good result. We need a good result, because after that Liverpool game, the energy at the club with the fan base, it's not great right now. I think there needs to be something to kind of lift the momentum between the players, the fans, the manager, and bring back that spirit going into the season. We're only 3 games in right now. You know, we're only 3 games in, so there's no reason for us to just be down and out and for everyone to think, oh, it's over, United are going to finish 8th, 9th, whatever. Let's bring back the momentum, bring back the energy. Hopefully the players have a good game, even though it's an early kickoff. And I know a lot of football players hate these hardcore kickoffs because they're eating pasta at 9 a.m. in the morning. I can imagine it's terrible, but hopefully we can get the win. But listen, if you like this video, make sure you like it, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to upload as regularly as I can, whether it's 3-4 times a week. Hopefully it could be every day. You know what, yeah, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, whether it's end of the year, next month, next year, whatever, I'm gonna upload every single day for 100 days. Yeah, I promise you that. If I don't do that, I owe someone money. Yeah, I don't know who, but I owe someone money. I'm gonna upload every single day for 100 days when I get 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, share to any friends, follow me on socials at Mordzs. I'm going to be on the United stand for the game, before the game, 11 a.m. I think we're going live, so I'll be there. You want to hear me talk about the game, my instant thoughts, and make sure you head over there after the game. And yeah, I'm going to see you in the next video.